This video is a detoxification masterclass. If you've got acne, brain fog, or chronic fatigue, you need to hear the simple 3-step framework I put together to help you eliminate 80% of the toxins in your body within 3 to 4 weeks. This video is not for someone who wants the easy fix, wants to go spend a bunch of money on a bunch of supplements or some kind of juice cleanse. This video is for the person that wants to lock in, learn the material, do the work, and get results. Let's go to war. Nearly every single person that I know that's operating at a high level, whether that be in business or athletics, knows about the toxin crisis. They're also using the strategies that I'm going to teach you to detoxify their body, feel their best, perform the best, keep their skin clear, and ultimately dominate in their industry. But the truth is, the CDC found that there are over 108 highly toxic and highly active chemicals floating in the bloodstream of nearly every American. That's you, that's me. And again, what I mean by highly active is that these chemicals are wreaking havoc on all different systems within our body. They're keeping our gut suppressed, giving you acne, giving you brain fog, just absolutely destroying your body, giving you cancer, and making you feel like garbage. And they're in all of us. The European Food Agency found that 99% of humans contain some form of PFAS. So these, again, are a highly active, highly toxic chemical. And that same department also revealed that they have a limit in which they deem as a safe level of these PFAS or toxic chemicals that they say are safe for you and me, which I call bullshit. I don't think that any level of a toxic chemical is good for your body, but they have a limit. Let's say that limit, it's right here. They found and revealed that just from drinking tap water alone on a daily basis, you're hitting what they say, which I don't even believe in, but is their safe limit of these toxic chemicals. So if you think about that, even if you're really healthy and you're dialed in, just drinking water, we're not talking soda, we're not talking about processed foods and all the different fragrances and BS that we're exposed to, just from the tap water alone, you're hitting what they deem as safe levels of these toxic chemicals. So this is a massive issue. It's affecting all of us, no matter if you're healthy or you're not healthy. And it's really causing a lot of different symptoms and problems. Really, one of the number one things is acne. And that's a big one. A lot of people have acne. I used to struggle with acne myself. And I remember back in high school, back in college, a lot of people that I knew that had acne, they would be on a medication. They would take an oral medication by the pharmaceutical industries to try to fix their acne, which was absolutely insane to me and would really piss me off, because acne is a symptom. It's not an actual, disease, right? Or whatever they want to say it is. Acne is a symptom of high toxicity in your body, and the skin is going to be the first thing that shows, hey, we got these toxins, we're trying to get rid of them. It's going to show that, and it's going to try to expel these chemicals. And that's why you got all this, BS going on your face, your back, whatever it is. So this is what really pisses me off, is these industries, even the health industry, pharmaceuticals, they're trying to sell you all this stuff. Even the guys, even health coaches, they're going to say, hey, coconut waters, try to sell you some charcoal water, whatever. I'm going to give you simple and practical strategies to eliminate 80% of the toxins within 3 weeks. So this is going to be a fun ride. But if you're experiencing acne, fatigue, right, midday fatigue, you got that slump, right, middle of work, you can't think, you got brain fog, you're just like, I just feel super disconnected. If you feel very disconnected from people, society, even yourself, just, it's like, damn, right, you got that going on. I know I experienced that a lot of times, in my past when I was still being exposed to a lot of these chemicals, and I know that majority of the population is experiencing that. Low testosterone or hormonal imbalance, and fertility. I talked about Europe. The fertility rate in Europe right now is lower than what it was during the Black Plague. Like, let that sink in. That's pretty nuts. And it's a deliberate attack. It's a spiritual attack. It's a psychological attack. And it is a chemical attack. The good news is, even though we're being attacked, the CDC also found that 80%, actually a little bit more than 80% of the chemicals that are floating around in our bloodstream are non-persistent. What does that mean, non-persistent? Non-persistent is really good news, because that means that they have a very short half-life. actually approximately about 12 to 14 days. So what that means is within 3 to 4 weeks of not having contact with any of these chemicals, your body's naturally going to flush them out. We are incredible. Our bodies are incredible machines at detoxing from chemicals. The problem is we're being exposed from so many different fronts that our body never has the time to catch up. And then on top of that, either the pharmaceutical industries or the health industry is trying to profit off of this. They know about this and they're taking advantage of you, and they're trying to say, hey, here's all this, here's a 3-week juice cleanse, here's all this charcoal water. They're trying to sell, make a profit off you. Not that those things don't work, but the truth is if we can reduce the exposure to these chemicals, 80%, a little bit more than 80% of these chemicals will be gone from your bloodstream, from your body within 3 to 4 weeks, which is really exciting news. And what that's going to do is that's going to reverse acne. That's going to reverse brain fog. You're going to feel connected. You're going to feel high energy. You're going to look better. You're going to have higher testosterone or hormonal balance in which you feel better. You're more fertile and you're just ready to go. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to teach you guys the top 6 exposure points in which these chemicals are entering your body, your bloodstream, and there's a lot, but these are the top 6. If you can eliminate these, we're going back to that 80-20 rule. This is going to solve almost all your problems related to health. It's going to be a foundation, right, so that we can build off that. And also, it's going to be super simple. So I'm going to break it down. Number 1, as I already talked about, tap water. Tap water is absolutely insane, especially if you're in America. We're pumping chlorine at least 5 different times. I worked with a water treatment facility back in high school. I learned they put in chlorine right when it comes from the source, the lake, the river. They're putting it in the treatment facility. They're putting it in the water tower. They're putting it in when it goes from the water tower to your house. It's absolutely insane the amount of chlorine they're pumping in there, and say, keeps you safe, right? Fluoride, they're pumping that in. They're pumping in all kinds of different stuff. And then even their filtration processes aren't too great. There's a lot of studies have shown that the pharmaceuticals that people are urinating out or people are putting down the toilet are in the tap water. And there's also a lot of, it's crazy the amount of heavy metals, plastics, you get the point. So tap water, processed food. I know this seems like an obvious one, but the amount of processed food that we're exposed to, even if you're health conscious, if you're at a restaurant, almost everything's gonna have seed oils. It's not gonna be organic, it's gonna be genetically modified. Everything's in plastic bags today. So processed food, these next 2, I put these in red. These are big ones that go under the radar. Fragrances, so air fresheners, even little fire retardants that you would never think of or smell that are in the carpets. If you have just a chair, something like that, that are within your clothing, in your detergents, in your deodorants, even makeup. Shampoos, this one really goes under the radar. So fragrance, and that's also related to the consumer and personal care products. So your deodorant, your soaps, your lotions, right? Anything you rub on the skin. The skin is the largest organ, okay? A lot of these lotions or sunscreens that we buy, we consume, we put on our body, they say if you consume an amount the size of a pea, contact poison control, right? Your toothpaste probably says that. Yet, we're rubbing a lot of these lotions, a lot of these different, personal care product, makeup on our skin, on our body, which is going to be absorbed and in your bloodstream within 2 hours. So fragrance, personal care products, plastics, this is an incredibly common one, no matter how health conscious you are. Myself, I try to eliminate all plastic, and you're still going to get plastic in your system. They say the average American has about a credit card. They consume about a credit card's worth of plastic in their food, in their diet, or from their surroundings every single year. Like you can literally make a credit card, maybe this marker, worth of plastic that's in your body that you're consuming every single year. So plastics, and then indoor and outdoor air pollution. So inside you've got all those VOCs, volatile organic compounds, from carpets, from pillows, your paint, right? All those different things. And then the outdoor air pollution, you got the gas, you've got factories. So just really briefly, These 6 are gonna be the biggest entry points. I put these strategically on here for you. So if you're taking notes, you gotta write these down. These are gonna be, we're gonna go through phase 2 right here, which is the good news. I'm gonna give you guys the solution. But these 6 are the top 6. And if you can just focus on these, 80% of the problem is gonna be eliminated within the next 3 weeks. So we're rolling. This is your plan. This is the toxic overload to total freedom plan right here, all right? Phase 1, we need to be aware. So I know that was a lot of information. I just dropped a lot of bombshells on you guys, but we gotta be aware. I need you to go through your diet, your office, your home, your car, anything that you're putting in on your skin, your personal care products, your routines, right? You're doing your makeup, you're doing all this different stuff. So phase 1, step 1, if you got your notebook out, awareness, okay? And you're gonna do a toxin audit, right? You're gonna go through these things and you're gonna find, just even starting to look at the ingredient list. A lot of people, they're not checking the ingredient list. They just think of the marketing. And again, this isn't necessarily your fault. The marketing that's put out there, this is what breaks my heart. The marketing that's put out there, oh, these chicken, it looks good, it looks healthy, it says it's grilled, it says 0 sugar, 0 this. Yeah, 0 sugar, my ass. It's got sucralose, all these artificial sweeteners, all this garbage that's wreaking havoc on your body and actually putting more of these. I'm not saying sugar is good, but think about it. Sugar is something natural that we've been consuming for thousands of years. The body metabolizes that, burns it, go for a run, it's gone, right? All these artificial sweeteners, colors, detergents, agents, they're lingering in your body. But again, a lot of them non-persistent. So 3 weeks, if we can cut them out at the source, we can remove them, and we don't need any expensive detox, any charcoal water, anything that people are trying to sell you. So do an audit, be aware, check your house, check your car, and make a personal checklist so that we can go into phase 2, which is going to be elimination. All right, now we're going to send in the soldiers, and we're really going to clean up. This is it. This is where we're having some fun. So we're going to eliminate tap water. That's a huge one. So the ones that I wrote down, these are just going to be a few examples, but they're ones that are going to have a massive impact and return on investment for you, so that we don't have to get super nitty gritty. And I'm not saying you got to change everything out and be, some kind of freak that lives in a bubble, because again, the good news, the body is an incredible machine that is good at detoxing these chemicals. So it's good to have that 80-20 rule. You can still go out, you can still party with your friends, and you can still not be a freak. Or if you're at a business meal, you don't have to be like, I'm not going to have this food. Because if you're doing most things right and you've got these systems and processes in place, especially in the places that you're in most, right? So if we can clean your bedroom, if we can change out the sheets and the air quality in there, well, you're spending a third of your life in your bedroom. So now that leaves room for going out, having fun, and living a normal life while being healthy, while feeling good, looking good, having high testosterone or balanced hormones, clear skin, high energy, no brain fog. So tap water, we need to eliminate that, and I'm gonna go into the replacement and give you guys some solutions. But tap water, air fresheners, plastic, this one, because there's so much plastic everywhere, it's not going to be possible to eliminate it all, but I need you to be conscious of it, just like that awareness phase, your audit phase. So if you got plastic Tupperware, throw it out, right? We're gonna replace it with some things like glass or stainless steel. So plastic, and there's a lot of plastics in, you would be surprised what it's in that's not just, a plastic water bottle. There's plastic in the tap water, there's plastic in a lot of these processed foods, in your oils. So doing that audit, eliminating plastic, polyester clothing, that's another one I wasn't even thinking about. It even flies under the radar for me. What is polyester? The material your shirt's made out of? It's plastic. It is petroleum based, it is plastic. So you're getting those in your skin, in your body. And when we're going through the replacement, like I said, I want you to keep in mind, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. You don't have to be this freak. Let's say, polyester clothing, just replace your underwear where, that's gonna be in a region where you don't want to be getting plastic in there. So we can start to change these things out. Maybe your bed sheets, right? Because you're sleeping in those for a third of your life, right? 8 hours a night. So we can start to make these small changes that have a massive impact, a massive return on investment. And as you feel better, you can start to invest more and more into yourself. So polyester clothing, processed food. Processed food, start checking the labels. Switch to single ingredients, single food sources, whole foods, organic foods. So I'm kind of drawing myself, getting lost, rambling, and going into the replacement, right? So just for some of these, top sources here of these chemicals that I wrote for you guys, replacement strategy. So if you got tap water, filter your water, make your own water. So what do I mean by that? Not just some Brita filter that it's cheap. Those hardly get out anything. They're really just making money off you, and they get like 20% of the lead out. Go for a reverse osmosis is going to be the most pure. But even that's so pure, it gets so much out of the water. You want to remineralize it, add some of the good stuff back in. So put a high quality salt in that. That's how you can make your own water. So there's under the sink reverse osmosis systems that you can get. There's on the counter ones if you're in like a student dorm. There's even high quality gravity systems that they have too that are super affordable, like starting at $100. And these can go all the way up to, you might, if you have a whole house and a family and you want to spend 12 grand, you can get every single faucet in your house tapped in on RO so that you're showering in clean water and that every faucet's going to be good. But you don't have to spend that much. You can literally spend $100. I'm not going to go off too much on that. I have a resource that I've built. I also have an entire training on this. You can reach out to me at ascensionathletic247@gmail.com. I can send that resource over to you. But the next thing, so number one, go from tap water to filter your water. Another great option I do want to throw in, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but this was super helpful for me as an athlete when I was in the dorms, right? I didn't have money to buy some filter, nor a place to even store that. Or maybe you're traveling, maybe you're on vacation and you're not going to carry some filter with you. Get a glass bottle or a glass jug. You can get these on Amazon for like $10. And most grocery stores around the US have reverse osmosis like stations where you can pay like 20 cents and fill up a glass bottle. It's like 20 cents a gallon. So you can just fill bottles if you're on a go, if you're traveling, if you're on a budget, you live in a dorm, whatever that may be. So there's no excuse for any of these, by the way. All these are free, all these are simple, and they're actually gonna they're gonna solve way more of the problem than trying to do some juice cleanse and then you're just pulling a lot of these toxins out of your body in your bloodstream and you're not getting rid of them properly and you're spending a bunch of money and people are taking advantage of you. So it makes me sick. Don't listen to that crap. Solve the root problem. It's free. It's always going to be free. And like I said, there's no excuses, right? Anyone can do that. Anyone can go get 20 cents a gallon water that's clean, put some salt in it, get a glass bottle that you can reuse 100 times, 1,000 times, whatever it may be. So filter your water. All right, first off, unplug these air fresheners. If you're spraying Febreze all over your house, right? If you have pets and you think, oh, I'm worried about it, you're putting all this garbage plugins, the little Christmas tree that people hang on their car and their little windshield, garbage, right? That's destroying your testosterone, causing a bunch of problems. No wonder you have headaches. Oh, I have migraines all the time. I need Advil. Yeah, garbage. Just throw out the air freshener. If you want to smell good, right? If you're like, you don't have to replace everything and be a caveman, just essential oils, something natural, right? There's always a replacement for everything. So if you're buying a bunch of these lotions and you're like, well, what do I do? Okay, put some coconut oil on your skin. It's going to do way better. It's going to make you healthier. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. And it's actually so safe to put on your skin. You could eat it too. I mean, it's a food, right? So we can just start to replace these things out. Once you're aware, do your audit, right? So we're going from air fresheners, essential oils, plastic, choose glass, right? You can get metals too. If you're at like a pool or something, you can't bring glass. I try to stay away from aluminum, which is a heavy metal. But glass is a great option. Stainless steel, there's always a solution. They're reusable, they're super cheap, right? Polyester clothing, that's a big one, right? So your bed sheets, your clothing, right? I would start, if you're on a budget, just start with your underwear, leggings for women, right? A lot of women wear leggings. They're not putting anything underneath there. They got polyester rubbing, right up on their thing. So I wouldn't be doing that if you're trying to have kids or if you're trying to be healthy. So change out bed sheets, change out your clothing. And then, as you want to invest in yourself more and as you get more educated, as you have more finances, you can start to replace these out. So I choose this is cotton, organic cotton, or wool, or linen. And you also find what's funny that, the consumer industry never wants to put this out on you. Not only is this stuff way healthy for you, but 80% of polyester clothing winds up in the landfill every year. So every year within 1 year. So it's just crazy. Even, if you're an environmentalist, the natural stuff's way better. If you care, like for me, I go to the gym a lot. I'm out running. That smell that you get from gym clothing and it just you wash your clothes and you still smell. Well, funny enough, like if you have a material like wool, which is right, comes from sheep, which puts out this natural antibacterial, it's a protective mechanism for the animal, that these materials are way more breathable, they're way more comfortable, they're way more antibacterial, they don't hold that gym smell, and they last way longer. So anyone that's gonna argue that these things are more expensive or they can't do it, down the road, you're saving so much money, you're looking better, you're feeling better, they have a higher frequency. There's no excuse. All right, processed food, organic food. The simplest thing you can do, even if you're on a budget, you don't know where to start, just start the thing that I did when I was on my health journey is I just kept my same diet and I went all organic. Now that's not gonna solve the problem because just because it's organic doesn't mean it's good, but that's where I would start because you're gonna eliminate, let's say 50% of the chemicals just from going organic because these non-persistent chemicals that are in every American, they're the pesticides from the food. You know, they're the plastics, they're all these different things. So if you just switch to organic, it solves a big problem. Then, because not everything that's organic, right? There's poisons that are, you know, cocaine's organic, right? So organic doesn't mean it's healthy, but I would start there if you don't know where to start. Then, what we can do is try to switch to more nutritious, nutrient-dense, single-source food ingredients. What do I mean by that? All right, you look at one of these energy drinks. You look at anything you pick up from the grocery store. Walk into Walmart, grab the first thing. It's a bag of, frozen chicken nuggets. 80 ingredients. You don't know what half of them are, you can't pronounce them, all these preservatives. What I'm saying is start, even if it's not organic, just go back to just chicken. Make the chicken nuggets. Don't be lazy. Convenience, there's always a price you're paying on the back end. So if you're like, well, you know, I'm busy, I work 18 hours a day, whatever your excuse is, meal prep, get someone to do it for you, you can pay a server, whatever it may be, there's always an option. I can help you find that option, but go organic, clean up your food. All right, that was a rant, but we got phase 1, phase 2. We've already solved 90% of the problem. Now phase 3, this is where the body is gonna do its thing. You really don't have to do much work here. If you can focus on this, you know what you're looking for, and you eliminate it, within 3 to 4 weeks, your body is going to detox these chemicals. They're just going to disappear. So rather than being like a normal health influencer and giving you all this BS supplements that I could sell you or tell you to do this juice cleanse, I'm just gonna give you a couple simple free tips that you can do that will be even more effective than those to aid your body. Now remember, your body, just from eliminating these, it's already gonna do the work. You don't need to do anything else. But if you wanna aid in that detoxification process, lemon water in the morning. You're hydrating, maybe put a little bit of high quality salt in there, and the lemon water is going to aid your liver, which is detoxing your body. It's a big filter for your body. So help the liver out, drink some lemon water, use a sauna. Sweating is going to aid, just like drinking a lot of water and peeing these things out. Using a sauna, sweating, if you don't have, because I said these are free things, if you don't have access to a gym or you don't have a sauna, just go for a run or exercise. Just make your body sweat. It's really that simple. So sweat, get in a sauna, go for a run, drink some lemon water. And another one is going to be dry skin brushing or rebounding. So this one, especially for the ladies, right? For like looks maxing, right? Beauty. So you can get a brush, dry brush your skin, which is going to aid in lymphatic flow, which is lymphatic system is draining your body these chemicals, getting a lot of the dead skin out. If you don't have a brush, you can do rebounding on one of the little rebounder treadmills, or you can just simply jump up and down for, going for a run is going to do a similar thing, or doing some jump rope. That's going to open up the lymph pathways, help your lymphatic system drain these chemicals out. And then the last thing would just be, if you want to track your progress, track your skin, just take a picture of yourself, watch the acne go away, track this, track how you feel, track your energy levels, take notes, be very self-aware. How do you feel? How's your energy? How's your sleep? How's your skin, right? Like I said, take pictures, take notes, see how you feel. And if you want something a little bit more scientific or you want to see something on paper, it's optional, but you go get your blood work done before and after. Go have a whole panel done and take a look at the chemicals that I'm telling you that are in your body, see a panel, implement some of these strategies, and then do some more blood work. But that could be pricey, and you don't really need to do that. If you just do these simple things, you're gonna feel way better, you're gonna have higher energy levels, your skin's gonna be clear, and you're gonna be a human again. So we're fighting the war. This has been a journey. If you're a guy specifically and you want to go a little bit more in depth on men's hormones, detoxing from some of these endocrine disrupting chemicals that are suppressing your testosterone, suppressing your sex drive, desire, confidence, I actually have, and again, it's totally free. I don't do any of this BS supplement stuff here. I've got an entire course that I put together for free for you, so you can click the link below. Let's go to war.